Hey guys, how's it going? Looks like my camera was struggling a little bit in that opening sequence with the low light conditions, but I decided to leave those shots in anyway because they look kind of cool, you know, with the sun going down at the end of practice day here at FTR. So I wanted to talk a little bit about something that we've been dealing with this year. We've been chasing an anomaly problem in our nitro program and really couldn't put a finger on it, and probably because of my thick-headedness we didn't get to the solution as fast as we should have. You know, you get confidence in a product and you're like, well, it can't possibly be that, right? So we were dealing with engine run-on, some really strange tuning anomalies where we knew that the idle gap was set properly, but we're still getting this engine run-on problem. We were seeing lots of smoke at high temperatures where there shouldn't have been smoke, and at idle the engines would kind of start to load up and it was causing ghost flameouts, even though, you know, you'd pinch test the motor and you're like, well, that thing is right there, it should be on par. We've talked to some other people around that are good engine tuners and asked for assistance in tuning the engines, and you know, they're like, I don't know, you know, and it took one of them individuals to bring us a different bottle of fuel and put the fuel in, some VP, and it solved the problem. So you're probably wondering, okay, you had bad fuel. Well, whose fuel was it? Well, I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus because the company that provided the fuel, we contacted the distributor, and the distributor had the same lot numbers that we had, so they provided that to the manufacturer, and they actually had some in the warehouse, and they tested it and came back and said, yeah, it's out of spec. It has too much oil, and the nitro content isn't quite right, and they sent all new cases at no expense to anybody to the distributor. And I mean, you couldn't have asked for more from a company to stand behind their product. So are we going back to that fuel? Well, we made an investment in VP because we needed fuel, and we got some gallons from Sean Van Dalen locally here, and it's running great. You know, you kind of, when something like this happens, you lose confidence in a product, and I think we need to just do something different for a while, if you know what I mean. So what's my point to the story? You know, there are major components to your engines running properly, right? The right plug, your fuel lines, your clutching needs to be on par, your filter, all those things. Well, don't ever overlook your fuel. That's the combustion component, right? And any company can make a mistake. There can be any kind of accidents in manufacturing, you know, so it's not, I mean, it's very uncommon. We've been using this other product for 10, 15 years without an issue. So it's very uncommon, but if you're chasing something and you just can't figure it out, try a different fuel. So that's kind of the moral to this story. So especially if it's coming from somebody who's running it, you know, coming out of a gallon and they're not having any trouble. So that's it. That's all I'll say about that. Yeah, rubber side down. We'll see you at the track.
Sean Van Dalen and the Full Throttle crew have built a fantastic layout for this year's event. They are putting on the final touches prior to open practice today. Although it seems we are always talking about rain here in Minnesota, this summer has been quite dry. I would imagine they have spent quite a few nights watering to get the track in this condition. Xander Johnson is going to give us a unique tour around the FTR circuit. Full Throttle's pit lane easily accommodates the pit crews and has spacious benches for all their gear. This little roller is just enough to upset the cars, especially under braking. Downsiding the south double helps you rocket onto the backstretch. The long back straight will really allow the nitros to breathe. This next triple is pretty fast, and the cars will really cover some distance in the air. Xander chooses to double, as he is still really on his sighting lap. Just a gentle drop-down corner coming up. This next rhythm section requires a little bit of throttle control to carry through smoothly with pace and make a tight corner. The second rhythm section is a little trickier. It is a set of doubles, but adds a corner to the second double. The north double is similar to the south double, in that you get more height than distance. The pit lane triple is another high flyer, giving the guys in the pits a show. Xander plays it safe on lap 1. So let's take a ride with him at normal speeds. Qualifying has started. Alec is out on the track with his team-associated T4. The track is pretty dry with a hard-pack racing line. There is a bit of fluff at the edges, so staying on the line will generate faster laps. Here is Bruce St. Ives. He runs a techno truggy and is quite an RC painter. His artwork label is Busy Bodies and does quite a bit of paint work for the local guys here in Minnesota. Another techno driver, Alan Smith, has been tearing it up this year in the Nitro Truggy class. Alan chose to change it up this year, adding the truggy class to his program, and it has definitely suited him. He placed second at the MNRC opener and took the win at Loose Nuts. Our sunny sky has been replaced with storm-threatening clouds. Apparently Mother Nature doesn't like artsy. Alec is out ripping off laps with his alpha-powered team-associated B4. His engine looks pretty good on the new fuel, which should rebuild some confidence. He has plenty of wheels down the backstretch and easily clears the flying triple. Chad Johnson is out on his qualifying run. He is Xander's dad and crew chief. Good to see him out ripping it up, and if I am not mistaken, he is pretty close to being eligible for the 40-plus class. Tyler Albert is another one of the young guns. He is running smooth with his team associated B4. He is threading some nice lines and not overdriving the track. His car is flowing nicely through the corners, and the power delivery from his OS engine looks smooth. He will surely be a contender on main day.
Gonna try and keep it on four wheels and last the race.
So Carter's showing up today. He's gonna play the alphabet game. He's gonna just jump in for the Sunday mains, lowest main, last place. Should be fun. 30-minute race though, so he's gonna get a lot of racing in. So, all right, we gotta head to the pits.
Carter will have his hands full this morning, trying to learn the track and come from the back to a bump position. He has also made the fuel change to VP. The team was only able to put a bench tune on the engine this morning with the time limitations. Additional adjustments may be needed as some heat and run time is put in. Carter has a little trouble with the second rhythm section. That double, corner double, is not as easy as it looks. His engine sounds a little rich yet on that pass by the pits. We will see if the guys make any adjustments on the first pit stop. He has little time to wait, and starts making his way through traffic. There are plenty of fast races in this main, which will keep it a challenge. The MNRC bumps 3 races out of each main, so the goal is to get to 3rd place. Carter comes in for his first fuel stop. Looks like just a gas and go this time. Unfortunately, Carter's car would suffer a mechanical issue, which the guys were able to fix in the pits, but didn't help with his quest for a bump spot. He would put in a valiant effort, but would come short of making the bump on this day. He will be back to do battle again, at round 4 of the MNRC Series. The B final for Nitro Truck is next, and there are some smooth operators in this one. Frank Miller from Blaine, Minnesota. Torian Mitchell from Aberdeen, South Dakota. And Joey Fitzsimmons from East Bethel, Minnesota, just to name a few. Torian would have a terrible start, going a little high in the first corner. Frank is looking fantastic, and crosses the line in position 1. He is closely followed by Tony Swenson, with his Reedy-powered Techno. Our Paintworks racing driver, Carter Gosh, is a pretty big mover thus far. He started in the 11th position, and has moved all the way up to 6th. Frank's ultimate-powered Techno is still on point, leading the field towards the first pit stop.
7 minutes in, Frank Miller, Riley Myers, and Bruce St. Ives out front, keeping each other in check. Coming through the double, crooked double is your leader. 7-11, 7-11. Frank Miller opts to go one more. These guys are like, no way. We're getting fuel now, checking it out. Frank Miller, your leader, going down the back straighter now with some breathing room. Maybe.
Carter zips into the pits for his first fuel stop.
I see Amberly getting ready with the fuel stick. Here comes your leader in for fuel. Up, in. Nice fuel
Looks like a
stop.
pretty routine stop for Frank, and he is back on his way.
Fuel stop from St. Ives at 40.1, 41.5 from Myers. So Myers pit guy's got to get a little bit faster. Not sure who's pitting for him. We'll see what Amberly does for Frank right here. Frank has a clean out lap. Your leader coming through the short chute in the middle. Be careful, guys. I got Fernando in front of him right there, it looks like. So Frank Miller with a 38.7 pit lap. Amberly just killing it in the pit.
Joey Fitzsimmons has been quietly making a march to the front, and has nearly put himself into a bump spot. Joey is running an ultimate-powered T3.2 with J Concepts tires.
Issue right there. There we go. Yep. Riley in the 2. Bruce in the 3. But now he's got Fitzsimmons all over him. Closing the gap is 50.
Like Sean just said, Joey is really closing the gap on Bruce.
Half a straightaway back. Oh, Bruce going a little wide to Simmons. Driving a nice tight line.
Joey is really starting to pressure Bruce. He is definitely in his peripherals now.
11:25, 11:25 down, 11:25 down. Craig Miller, Riley, and Bruce out front. Top three. Coming through, they got Carter Goss, Swenson now. Oh no. Gotta drive it back on, drive it back on.
Bruce makes a minor mistake which kills his run up to the triple. Some racing contact is made, and Joey moves into second. It kinda looked like Joey even waited for Bruce, obviously an unintentional incident. Bruce is definitely not letting Joey run away, and is keeping the pressure on.
So Fitzsimmons now takes over the number 3 spot. So St. Ives right there applying pressure.
Bruce would push a little too hard and tap out on the big triple. Meanwhile, at the front, Frank Miller is just cruising.
Oh, Simpson off the back. Defense bringing him back up, putting him back on the racetrack.
Carter takes a fast inside line onto the back stretch and reclaims 6th position from Tony Swenson. He is running an old school Novorossi Mito, and it is running strong.
Going through the double doubles. That's that blue, all blue truck is your number. Looks like Myers into pit. I think that might be a smart choice to pull him away from that gaggle of cars. That is the bump spot.
Frank comes in a little hot, and Amber Lee needs to retrieve him. Now Joey is on the rail, also getting his fuel. Should be a race out of the pits. David Ohm ends up in the middle, and moves to the outside. Maybe a little too outside. Joey would have a little spin out, allowing Frank to breathe.
35 to go. Wonder if these guys all have fuel. Oh, really? With 4 minutes, or excuse me, 6 minutes to go. 6 minutes to go.
Riley is right on Joey's bumper, and Bruce is not far behind. We have a 4-way battle shaping up. Let's listen to Sean call the closing minutes of this race.
Oh, Riley down the inside, muscles his way by. Closing off the gal. Oh, a little block pass right there. They're getting real racy. Tire to tire, wheel to wheel. Lots of elbows from Fitzsimmons and Riley. That's allowing little Bruce St. Ives right behind him. Watching that battle ensue. 5 minutes to go. He's waiting for one of them to get caught up. Take over that bump spot. Down to about 7 seconds. It was less than that, but Frank Miller started putting clean laps now, all by himself. No traffic around him. Mitchell, that's 3 and 4. Thank you. There's that one for the bump spot. Oh, Riley a little off track. Here comes St. Ives. They go through the triple. Oh, motor passed. Riley Myers making it happen. Landing on power. Oh, Riley keeping it tight. Not giving him an opportunity. Don't skip by. Oh, man. Slides out down the inside from St. Ives to take over the bump spot. Oh, no, Mike catches a run on the last double-double. 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes to go. I hear Riley being called into the pits. Oh, this is going to be good for St. Ives. Oh, no, St. Ives is coming in too. St. Ives coming in hot. Riley leaving hot. That is the battle for the bump spot. Each doing a splash and go. Don't want anything bad happening. 3:30 to go. 3:30 to go. He's closing the distance on Frank Miller. We'll see this time around. It was 6-4. This time around, 5-1. They're pushing hard right now. There's Fitzsimmons closing the gap to Frank Miller. We got a battle for the top spot. Oh, Frank Miller upside down. We need a Marshall in the middle. After the triple, help him out, help him out. There goes Fitzsimmons for the lead. Fitzsimmons now by. Frank Miller to the 2. He's hanging on to the 2. But where's Riley? Where's Riley? Riley landed off the triple, so Riley about 8 seconds back, or maybe 7. Oh, man. Heartbreak for your leader, Frank Miller, upside down in no man's land after that triple. Marshall, otherwise, pulled away with another car. 2:45 to go, 2:35 to go. It's Joe, Frank Riley, your top 3. Blue St. Ives 4, but he's 5 back. He's 5 seconds back. David Holmes up to 5. Terry Mitchell 6. Carter Goff 7. Jordan Shepard 8. Stephen Menende 9. Tony Swenson 10. Jeremy Simpson 11.
Frank is hanging right with Joey, so even with his turtle maneuver in no man's land, he is still safe in a bump position.
.155 to go. We got a battle between Joey and Frank Miller. But Frank Miller putting in some laps. Right behind, comes through the front section here, triple. Miller time all over the back of Joey. Wanting that spot back. He's got a minute 38. Minute 38. Miller sliding it all kinds of crazy. Miller time off the track. Drives back on without incident. Fitzsimmons all front, just trying to put in lap. Fat whip for Terry over the front triple. Like it. Oh no, who's that? Well, that was Miller time upside down. That puts Myers to the 2. Oh man. And he's got St. Ives right behind him, so 2, 3, and 4 coming through the double, crooked double. So now Myers takes over number 2. Here comes Frank Miller, but he's sideways into the pit lane. That's going to put St. Ives to the number 3 spot, the bump spot for St. Ives. 15 seconds to go. This is going to be their last lap. Frank Miller off the track, driving it back on, off the track again.
Frank would have a heartbreaking finish to a race he led nearly all of, dropping to 4th and missing the bump.
Master clock has expired. No refires, guys. No refires after the clock expires.
Riley Myers done.
No refires after the clock expires. Miller pulling off early, not finishing.
Jordan Shepard done. Carter Goff done.
Fitzsimmons on a victory lap right now. Myers and St. Ives bumping up.
And done. Jordan Fitzsimmons done.
He's playing now. I guess I can't pitch on him here. I'm not up next.
Hey, Joey.
Once a year appearance, baby.
Way to go, man. That was an awesome run. You just stuck in there from the back to the front.
Yeah, went out on green reflexes. Car was really good. It was really free in the beginning, but once I learned how to pick up the throttle a little bit, be a little bit easier on it.
Yeah, you kind of looked a little casual, which is smart beginning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially
nice.
when you start at the tail of that thing.
Yeah, nice job, man.
Thank you.
The Nitro Buggy B main has started, and KP Rains is the early leader. KP runs a Mugen with an OS engine. Looks like he has stretched out a lead to nearly 10 seconds over the second place battle of Nick Peterson and Joe Scaramel. Unfortunately, KP would lose a wheel nut, dropping him into the pits for a quick repair. Nick Peterson would move into first, with Torian Mitchell in tow. Torian is keeping Nick in check as they creep up towards the first fuel stop. A car being lapped would wedge in between them, maybe not aware of his positioning on the track. Torian remains calm, knowing this is a long race, and patiently holds his position. Torian really threaded the needle through the double section. Looks like they are both coming in for fuel. Frank Miller would start to make a push to the front, running clean fast laps. He has moved himself into fourth. Probably looking for some redemption or justice from the RC gods. KP is up to ninth and keeps digging. The battle up front continues with Nick, Torian and Terrell, and it is tight. Terrell rolls over on the corner bump and gives up the second position. Torian travels all the way from Aberdeen, South Dakota to compete in the MNRC races, and he is putting his techno buggy to work in this final.
Nate Smith in the 8, Rob Logan 9, 17-10.
Take your time, make sure
KP on the same lap as Rob Logan, so KP on the same lap as Rob Logan. So now KP might be in pleasant.
Nick Peterson is running an old tired Mugen, and what we thought was a retired driver. He is making his return to Nitro Racing after quite a break, and is having a great debut. Here he comes in for his first fuel stop. Terrell Harris is in for his fuel stop also. Joe Scaramel has now put his bid in on a bump spot, and has moved into third in front of Terrell.
Then all green car through the double doubles. That is your leader.
Joe is running an HB buggy with a Reds engine. He is one of the few on this platform in the MNRC series. Joe is the founder of Empire Insurance, and I believe he has full coverage on this buggy with a low deductible. Just a little courtesy warning for the competition.
7:40 to go.
Tyrrell is in the pits on what should be his last stop in this race. Torian comes in for fuel and tells his pit man to take his time. Nick Peterson and his group have other plans and get Nick out in front with a quick fill. Torian would make a quick pass at the end of the straight, however, to put himself back at the point. Joe Scaramel's longer fuel stints have paid off and he is actually in first place. He drove a little deep in the corner and Torian gets by. Joe would jump wide on the front triple, allowing Nick Peterson back to the second spot.
6:15 to go. Murray now in front, followed by Joe Scaramel and Nick Peterson.
We have seen a few donuts there. The slick surface coupled with some grabby potholes is making that corner unpredictable. Luckily Torian maintained his position. Joe Scaramel is now in a bump battle with Terrell Harris, who is right on his wing. There are only a few minutes left in this race. Will Joe be able to hold off the hard-charging WRC buggy?
Coming to the triple, there's the battle for the bump stop. 1 minute to go, 1 minute to go. Clean laps from Scaramel. We'll get him in to the A lane. Oh, a little sideways from Scaramel. Can he make the jump? He does. Red power for both of those guys.
It is now or never for Tyrrell. He needs to find some magic.
33 seconds, so they're going to get this lap and one more, it looks like. Man, Corey Mitchell off the track. Keep it lit. It's got a bump. So Tyrrell and Joe starting to chase down Corey Mitchell for the number 2 spot. Oh, Joe comes over to the start. Tyrrell backside. This is the last lap, 7 seconds to go. Nick Peterson out front, Corey Mitchell on the 2. Scaramel on the 3. Gotta make it through these doubles. We'll do the short shoot, 2 more doubles, and another double out of the straight. All keeping it straight. Scaramel making the A. Last bump.
How's the heart rate?
Not bad for an old man.
Nice job. That was a tough
I was
last.
going to go for a stress test, but I think that just did it. So.
Yeah, you know. Yeah. There you go. What do you think, Tyrrell?
All right, guys. Keep your eye out for the set keys.
Yeah, it was real close at the end there.
Yeah, if I wouldn't have pushed for that second spot so hard, I don't think I would have made that mistake, and I probably would have held on to at least second or third. It was fun.
Alright, what's up guys? I'm Alec Hens from Team Associated and Sweep Racing USA, here to talk to you a little bit about our newest tread pattern that we are super excited about. There's been a lot of questions lately about when carbides will be back in stock and where can you get them. But the good news is that the Super Carbide is here, and we're really excited about this tread pattern. We've made a lot of changes. The carcass has been updated to our new V6 carcass, so it's a little bit wider. It's got inner webbing. There's more sidewall support, so the tire's not going to feel as wobbly as it used to. And then the pins have been made slightly bigger. It really kind of resembles the very popular Reflex tire, which is good. I mean, the tire life, the wear is going to be significantly improved. The tire, it feels very neutral and balanced. It's got more. It's not as floaty as the whip tire, but it feels a little bit more connected to the track versus the old carbide, which felt very on top of the track. So, yeah, very impressed with the new tread pattern and excited for everyone else to get their hands on them.
Alec is up next in the Truggy A final. He is starting in the 8th position on the grid. There was a little shake-up at the start, and Alec quickly moved to 4th position, right behind Lucas Lazzari, with Greg Bormel nipping at his heels. Lucas makes a mistake, and both Alec and Greg go by. What a fantastic start for Alec. Sean Van Dalen is leading the race from the TQ position. It seems appropriate on his home turf to be putting it to the competition. Josh Ford will need to pull out his bag of tricks to hang with the lightning fast Techno. Alec makes a mistake, and the race director asks him to hold his position and releases him right into traffic. Probably the right thing to do, but now he is in a cooker with Alan Smith and Lucas Lazzari. Lucas has another error on the left side of the track and gives up the position. His adrenaline may be overrunning his composure. Alec clips the tube and nearly crashes at the apex. Alan is right on his wing now. Alec is definitely getting plenty of pressure from Alan, and Lucas is along for the ride. Sean continues to lead out front, executing this race perfectly. Corey prepares to bring Alec in for fuel, putting fresh VP in the fuel stick. Alan Smith is also in for a routine stop. Sean has generated quite a gap on second place and has become quite comfortable with his torrid pace. Alec comes in for some more fuel and gets tagged from behind, spinning him into the wall. Corey just quick fills him at the scene of the crash. Unfortunately for Sean, he would have some kind of issue, which would drop him into the pits, destroying his perfect race. Josh Ford would take over the point, with Greg Ballmel in second. Josh's Mugen Truggy looks very confident and consistent. Alec would continue to charge, putting in a pretty good result. He would finish fourth behind Alan Smith. Josh would take the win with Greg Ballmel in second.